Good evening and welcome back to 30 at 6 on Cecil TV. On November 1st, open enrollment begins for qualified health plans under the Affordable Care Act. Here to talk about it are Alexcys Ryan from Triangle Health Alliance and Liz Yates from the Cecil County Health Department. Thanks so much for being here.
Hi, Alison.
A wave would have been fine. So, talk about your roles, because I think that's really important in how people should find information and seek out resources throughout open enrollment. So, Alexcys, you work for Triangle Health Alliance, and you specialize in the qualified health plan, so people who do not qualify for Medicaid necessarily and are eligible to renew and update their plans.
Yes. So for most people throughout the year, they can either get insurance through their employer or through Medicaid, Medicare, maybe a spouse's employer. But our qualified health plans are focused on those that don't have any of those options or don't have an affordable option through their employer, which is more common than you would think. So during the 6 weeks of open enrollment, we are filling that void for those consumers that don't have options otherwise. And we work really closely with Liz's team, who is screening individuals for Medicaid and being determined that they no longer meet those Medicaid income guidelines. So that's when she would hand them off to us during our open enrollment period.
And at the health department, you are responsible for helping people who think they may be eligible for Medicaid. That's right?
We basically see anyone who wants to have either Medicaid or a qualified health plan. If we determine that they're eligible for a qualified health plan, we hand them off to Alexcys and her team because they're the experts as far as that's concerned. We do encourage people to apply all year round, because if you may not be eligible for Medicaid, your child probably would be, because the income guidelines are much higher for children than what they are for adults.
And what are those guidelines or the thresholds this year?
For a family of three, to be eligible for Medicaid as an adult, you can't make any more than $26,000 a year.
Okay.
But for a child, it can go up to $60,000, $70,000 a year with a small premium.
Okay. So we were talking a bit earlier about the certain scenarios when if you don't do open enrollment during the 6 weeks, you are still eligible at other times during the year to do so.
Yep.
What are those?
So there's specific populations and times during your life that you might be eligible outside of that very tight 6 week time frame. First and foremost, the loss of insurance. So if you've lost it through your employer, if you've lost it through Medicaid, perhaps you've moved, that's a special enrollment. If you get married, if you have a child or become pregnant, as of January 1, pregnancy for the first time ever is going to be a special enrollment qualification. So those are some of the key times: losing a job, losing insurance, marriage, divorce.
Turning 26?
Turning 26 and coming off of your parents' insurance is a very popular special enrollment for us.
So how can people get in touch with the health department or with you?
With the health department, we're at 401 Bow Street in Elkton. They can walk in. Our hours are 8 to 4:30, 5 o'clock to answer questions. And we'll be open every Saturday except for the Saturday of Thanksgiving from 9 to 12. You can also call 410-996-5126.
Okay.
And we have a few locations throughout the community, as well as being mobile positions. So our primary office is at 210 Chesapeake Boulevard. It's one building beyond the county government building, all the way at the end. We also have a space at Union Hospital. You would check in at outpatient registration for us. Outside of open enrollment, we also are housed at the Department of Social Services a few days a week. And again, we are mobile. So during open enrollment, you'll see us at the libraries a lot, trying to meet people where they are, especially for those maybe out in Conowingo, we'll meet them at the Perryville Library. Those in Earlville, we'll meet them at the Cecilton Library. So we really try to make as many options as possible during open enrollment.
Okay, great. So as a reminder, open enrollment begins November 1st and runs through December 15th. Thanks so much for being here. Alexcys Ryan and Liz Yates.
Thank you.
Thank you.